YouTube and X, how are you guys doing tonight? And welcome to my stream. Sorry we didn't stream yesterday. We had some technical hiccups. I've been working on videos nonstop and recovering my voice. But today we're gonna go ahead and try once again to do the Morocco. I was not feeling quite as comfortable as we were playing really tall, which wasn't bad, but I want to be more aggressive. So could we have done it playing tall? Sure. But I feel like Morocco has a lot of potential, and we did set up a little bit. We're already proven relations with 3 nations, and we're start the war with Tlemcen. We're calling Tunis, exhaust their troops, use them as cannon fodder for what our plans are. Our goal is to take Tlemcen entirely and Tunis entirely and all their minions. We're gonna slowly start colonizing down here right away to try to beat Portugal, Castile, and Aragon from colonizing. The next part with this is we need to build up a strong economic base, and the best way to do that is to figure out a way to break the stranglehold that is down here in the Mali Empire, because they have a crap ton of gold that we would be able to use to fund our war machine up to the north to go after Castile, because Castile is the target. They've got over 53,000 troops to our 22,000 at peak. They will decimate us, unfortunately, right now. I mean, we'd have to play super defensive. Luckily, we're in the mountains in some areas, so we do have some defensives if they do attack us. But if we assault them, first we gotta spend money on mercs across here. It's gonna be kind of a pain in the butt. Then second, we're gonna have to try to fight them all at once. I would rather either have allies or try to get an alliance with France. Then we have some room to attack. Or when they get into their Castilian Civil War, maybe that'll be the opportune time, because we want to at least take about this much land, and I do believe we'll be able to form Andalusia. If not, I think it's a little bit more than that. So that is our goal, to form Andalusia, and then to finish it off is to basically come back over here. So take all this, come back over here. So that's kind of the grand campaign with Morocco to Andalusia, to, if we can do it, and I believe we can, to Rum. So kind of shift things. I thought it'd be kind of a fun little twist if we changed to Turks at some point and became the Sultan of Rum and have Andalusia technology, because they do have some good technology that we can add to rum. But without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. I don't need levies for this, so we'll send them back. And any extra levies, I'm going to go ahead and just dismiss, because by the time we get up here, it'll be too late. And we're going to go ahead and call in Tunis to help us, because I want to use them as cannon fodder. Then we're going to go ahead and call in our son, who's good with infantry, to lead this battle. So we have a lot of different things to look at. So first, who do we have for religious figures? Stability investments, not bad. This is what we want right there. This is our golden boy. So we'll go and purchase that one to increase our research. Then we'll go ahead and pick up that. Max literacy. Diplo capacity is important. Institution growth, because we do want to try to get Renaissance as fast as possible to open up another cabinet spot. Cost of purchasing food. Max RGOs, construction speed, and then tolerance to true faith. And then, yes, invest. By then, we'll be at the Renaissance, so. The next thing is possible rivals. Well, we've already rivaled them. Castile. We're gonna go with Sicily because I'm avoiding Aragon and Portugal. May not have a choice. We'll see. I'm gonna adjust our taxes through automation. And next thing we're gonna look at is our forts. We don't need a lot of forts right now. I want to keep just a couple. So we're going to take these castles down. And the reason why is it's just very expensive. I don't really want to spend that much money on castles. Because now we're just down to a ducat. Troops. That's just costing us some money because we got levies up. We turned down the maintenance there. Of course, you can see we need food. We're spending a lot of money in food and Fez, so that's gonna hurt us a little bit. The only other thing we could do is flip our Diplo rep at some point over to strengthen the government, which is fine, but I want to make sure I get this done first. And also want to push to innovation as fast as possible, because it's going to be our backbone. That should be our Diplo guy. So do we have... We need Diplo for both. So this will do that. Don't have very good options at the start here, so we'll do what we can. We're definitely gonna be able to push that the other way, which is what we need to do. Serfdom, we're gonna try to push this way, and we'll deal with aristocracy. Now we got some room to do a couple of states. Probably should do that. So the first thing we're gonna look at is our diplomatic traditions. Always good to have for that Diplo rep. And then we're gonna go ahead and grab the extra crown power for now. Then looking at where we want to go, we got building rights, maritime presence, market attraction. So we got some good ones already with the burgers. but we're gonna go ahead and increase the minting threshold. It's gonna be vital. It's gonna upset some of these. That's okay. We can take one more at least. And we're gonna go ahead and push tax efficiency and innovation. We also want to get this, but we're gonna have to do it in pieces. So you see, because Mara drops down to 36, so you lose 12. The llama drops down to 5, so we want to be careful on that. There's a few I'd love to pick up in the tribal, but we'll have to hold off for now. Like this one, we will want to get rid of at some point. Probably when we make the tribes mad, we'll drop that. But for now, we'll stick with that. We're allowing them to migrate so they get some money. Better militia. And of course, this weakens the nobles. But there's some things that we want to do to offset this. Because you don't want the peasants to have that much money if you're going to go with the noble focus, which is probably what we're going to do. But there's only so many we can do at the moment without really hurting ourselves. Cultural influence is nice. I want to get elite council for the stability decay plus the nobility agendas. Other than that, nobility controlled serfdom is a must for what we're going to try to do to take away how much money peasants have and send it back to the nobles. So we have this little tug of war going on. For now, let's let all these estates get back to normal before we do anything further. And then as far as royal marriage goes, we'll have to do a lowborn, at least to start getting the ball rolling. And let's see. Well, I'm not opposed to giving these guys good education. Their age kind of limits that, so let's just try to hope for the best here. We got one more thing we could do. Go ahead and adapt to the culture, which a few people will be upset, but then just at least makes our area here a little bit more unified for the time being. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and start. Next thing I want to do is, since we're going to be in Fez for quite a while, we want to go ahead and focus on expansion of our township. So this leads out to the river. These would not be bad choices. We still want to make sure we have plenty of food. So what I would say is probably the best one to start right now is probably right here, the 47,000. Plenty of fruit. It's an expensive town to start. That's okay. Towns will give us a little bit more income to fund this war, which is something that we're going to want to make sure we have plenty of. And then minting, can't really do any more minting. So this is about the best we got. And thank you for the likes, guys. Much appreciated. All right. At least I understand what happened. So I was finishing the recording of my Ottoman run that I'm putting to video for you guys, and I was trying to figure out why my stack of 20k regulars was wiping out stacks of 50k plus levies. Apparently there was a bug in 1.1 where they didn't actually do the correct math, which I was like, huh, okay. So the math involved, it was 100% more damage to levies, and I was like, what the hell? So that's why that happened. It's kind of funny as that is. I was like, well, okay. And then we can either take the stab hit or this. We'll take the stab hit. It's not going to hurt us. Oh, looks like our son died already. Okay. Oh, that didn't last very long. I guess we'll do the Sultan. Decimate his army. Oh, they must have got up there somehow. Huh. Unless... Nope, Granada didn't jump in. It's interesting, Tunis keeps losing. Has me a lot more surprised. We're gonna go ahead and work on Argios though as well, as we're gonna need as much food so we can cut down on our food prices. Because we're gonna need the food. It's just the way it goes. Can't believe our heir already died. That's absolutely hilarious to me. Well, I'll have him marry, because we're gonna have to have more kids. Definitely have a lot more kids now. I am finding it interesting that Tunis is struggling that much, though. Lost again, damn. No, we don't need a spy network on Castile right now. I don't want to split my troops up. There we go. Cost of our colonies went up. Ugh. Oh, we took some debt. Really don't have a means to fix that, so we're going to switch to strengthen government. Not by choice. So I can drop this down even further. There we go. Got to keep reducing the cost. And then... there we go. We have a regular. Let's get rid of that. unnecessary costs that we don't need right now. And then we can cut this down on our colonies a little bit. Okay, at least that's done. Except formal guild. Kind of want to take that. Yeah, we'll do it. Weaken our nobles a little bit more. I mean, that's going to be more important, is to make sure that they're staying weakened as much as we can. So, you know, one of those things. Still bleeding money. Anything else I can turn off over here? Not really. Just not making near what we need to money-wise yet. Food's what's killing us. Kind of don't want to pay for any food right now. May have to turn off our food and see what it does for a little bit, because that is kind of devouring us dry, which is not good. Not good at all. We're taking everything. I want all their money. So right now we are not financially stable. Take what we can. Done. Okay, let's look at our trade. So we would get a hold of this trade. Think what we can do. We'll create some customs. This is knowing just how bad this will be without a core. We'll do it this way. I'd like to go centralization on this one, but given the situation, can't really choose one way or another. And let's guess send her over here. Do a fiefdom. Fiefdom's probably going to end up being the best route most of the time, since we don't have very many people in our court. It's going to be kind of rough. And we'll do another one over here. I could create Tlemcen at the top here. I don't have to worry about it. Could also do Algiers, but that takes away our trade. We did lose somebody for a cabinet. So we'll hire a courtier. And he's actually pretty good. When we get some money, we'll bring him in. This should fix that problem. I'm gonna turn that down so we can fix some of this. Just a little bit of adjustments. And then create subjects. Let's do I think I'm going to go ahead and reluctantly do Algiers. That way I don't have to worry about them right now. There. That's good enough. Now I'm going to turn up our Diplo expenses a little bit. Unfortunately. And we'll work on improving relations. Okay. Portugal end up allying Castile, sadly. So Aragon's probably our only hope now. So we'll cancel Portugal. Guess we'll go ahead and do increased neighbor ties. And right now, well, as much as I'd like to go naval, let's just do land for the time being. And we'll do bellicose movement. I want to see if we can push a little bit more one way or another. I would not mind going for somebody's other than favor the ruler. So maybe something that we'll consider changing up. We'll leave food production alone. This one we'll get rid of. We're gonna go traditional to increase our estate satisfaction, I think, for sure. Peasant levies, that increases quantity, not serfdom. Okay. And that's a good one there too. We'll keep that. Mining controlled. I think right now we'll keep that as is. Some of these we're not changing just because of how we're going about this. And we'll want to keep the tax efficiency. So I want to get this court, but we'll leave this alone for now. So really, the only ones I really consider changing would be the one where I can tax the court more, or I can tax the burghers more, one or the other. I think I need to also weaken the effect of the nobles too. So right now we're at 45. We want to get this more equalized. So that leads to a good question. What do we want to take? As much as I want to do favor the ruler, I want to keep the state satisfaction up a little bit more for the time being. Let's do, yeah, we'll do favor the wealthy, I think. We'll switch it to later to favor the nobles. Or who's paying what right now? Burgers is paying more. Yep, let's do the burgers. I had to think about which one I want to change it to. So we'll switch it over there. Favor the wealthy, so we can tax the burgers more. Should work. We get the Restoration Andalusia. Yeah, that is really nice, but there's absolutely no way. We'll still try, but there's absolutely no way that we're going to be able to defeat Castile and Portugal army combined with the kind of power they have right now. But on the flip side, we're going to go ahead and break the ties. Let's see. We'll see what we get. Alliance wise, let's break the alliance so we can prepare for battle against them. There we go. We got enough to get our cabinet member back, so we're doing good there. And bam. So we can spend a little bit of money in the court again. We're kind of keeping it neutral because we're gonna have to we still got expenses that we're gonna have to cover for the time being. At least till our economy kind of sorts itself out. That's kind of the balance here, is making sure we sort out our economy, which I do believe I think we should be okay to go ahead and switch over to urban development. And we want to go down here to Lemma. I want to go ahead and push that. Get rid of troublemakers. It's fine. Just want to get our economy stable as much as we can. Not having food does suck, but hopefully we don't start losing too much population. I think we'll be okay. Taking that loan really stung. Not by choice. I mean, we could rack up our minting. I don't know who to rival. There. It's like they're asking me who to rival. Like, I don't know right now. Can't rival Tunis. There we go. I do need to get some more stone going. Our masonry is kind of kicking our butt. And I'll pay off the loan next time around. Castile claims our lands. Not a good thing. If Granada gets under attack, we'll just ignore it. We're not going to help them. Just something we definitely don't want to do. We're going to push them towards serfdom this time around. We'll take stab hit again. Man, damn. They want us to take stab hits. But I'm willing to do it. All for the greater good. I'm waiting for our ability to go to war with Tunis. Should be very, very soon. And we're going to stick with admin. It's hard to really go past admin. So we're going to go to the Shri, though. We'll want to revoke that. We need to go down here. And we'll want to upgrade our troops pretty quick. I'm looking to see what else we want. Yeah, we're going to want this. Proximity speed. We're going to want to continue education. And we'll probably want to do this for trade and do spalt. And that locks us in for what we want. I would like to take this, so if we get time, we will. If we don't, we don't. Because there's a lot of tech here and just not enough things to grab at once. And it could change. You never know. Okay, that debt's paid off, so we can cut down our payments there. All right, there we go. We are going to go after Tunis next. Which is what we want to do. And we'll be able to go to war with them in 1 year. So that's our goal. Our expansion down south here got a little bit more costly, but I think it'll be worth it. I want to keep Portugal and Spain from being out my back door. This would be way worse if they're nearby. And since our guys are starving, let's go ahead and continue to increase our food production wherever we can. We'll make sure we are able to feed our armies, feed our people. We'll speed that up. And let's see, we'll get rid of tolerance to true faith because everybody's pretty much same religion over here. Let's see, cost of lumber is part of the problem too now. Not surprised. And we got hit with the Noble Regency. Well, that's unfortunate. Only for a couple years. Okay, I misread that. I was like, what the hell happened here? Nope, we're fine. May have to spend a little bit more on our diplomacy. Especially since our regent is god awful. And let's see. I'm gonna keep trying to improve relations. I don't want to spend more diplo than I need to. So if we can kind of cut the middleman out there, it'll be better for us. And we're gonna go ahead and start buying food again very slowly. So we can start restoring some of our goods. Since we need wood, I'm gonna go ahead and buy more lumber too. Get that production going. Inflation's not too bad. We'll have to cut that soon. Since we're in a regency, this is going to be a little bit more complicated. At least the garbage leader is almost gone. I mean, our air's not any better, but at least it's better than what we have. They have 17,000 potential levies. And we have only 11,000 potential. Good news is everybody's disloyal to Tunis. So while they're all disloyal, we're gonna go for taking their capital. We'll bring all our forces together. May have to spend a little bit of money. On Diplo, just to push them over a little bit more. We just kind of have to adjust where we need to accordingly. And do we have a good general? We have a fair. Guess we'll have to go with that unless we can find one hell of a leader. Which I doubt it. I'm gonna have him connect. So we should be okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of... Well, I guess I can catch up maybe. Might look at our cabinet, see if we can recruit another character. Give him trade monopolies. No. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, he's way better. Way, way, way better than what we had. Having our leaders die early is pretty damn rough. Okay, we finished that. Send that back home. Well, they're not supposed to stay there like that, but Algiers just got beat up enough that maybe they'll change their tune. Or not. Not sure what our AI friends are doing. Okay, Algiers is no longer rebellious. That's good. Guess getting beat up a little bit changes your tune pretty quick. And it looks like he's got quite a few disloyal still. I need to pick them off one at a time. is they lost all their troops because they didn't stack. And he had quite a few more levies than I did. I don't have any disloyal estates. So I'm going to guess it's because we didn't add this policy. Admin problems for 10 years. Army maintenance. Oh, cool. Oh, that's not going to hurt us too much. Just waiting to play this game very carefully. And there we go. Pushing him back. They still got quite a bit of troops, so we got to make sure we're still pushing them back. Doesn't look like he has any forts, so as long as I'm careful. Having some regulars might have helped, but they were so damn costly. That's why I didn't do it. Come back this way. So I see friends. There we go. I'm gonna take that one out. Since he's heading this way, I'm gonna cut his food supply off down here. Okay, we got a new sultan. That's a good thing. Let's make our new ruler a general for the crown power. Now they're going to move around and try to cut off our food supply here and there. And let's see. Let's promote castle works. We could ask for larger levies. That wouldn't be too bad. All of them kind of suck, so we'll just stick with what we got. Giving up too much freedom. It looks like we may lose again anyway. Oh, good. Since we specialize tribal cav, that should be good. Oh yeah, there we go. struck back hard. We'll come back that way. Oof, we lost. How bad? We lost bad. My guys all stopped producing levies. Disband our levies. I should have had way more. Want to go ahead and try to bring them back together in a minute. Negative stability. A son of a bitch. Okay, so RG despises us this round. Okay, let's raise those levies. Purposely did that. Let's pull them back. Okay, good. They're over there. Let them siege my capital. That's fine. Oh, I need to get the port up. Okay, we got Black Death. Okay, so they're running down there, starving their troops, which is good. Which is what I wanted. Since I've cut off their supply lines, they got too greedy. Way too greedy. All right, let's try to stack wipe that guy. She's going right for my capital. There we go. There's that beautiful stack wipe we wanted. All right, now we can counterattack. It belongs to the museum. And let's go ahead and get some more tools going, because we're going to need tools anyway. We're going to have to start creating some artificial supply and demand too at some point. There we go, another stack wipe. All right, now Tunis has no troops, so means we can now officially strike back. We just had to cut off their food supply. Hopefully our minions will actually do something soon, because they are loyal. And looks like he's got a few troops out again. Ah, damn it. they're all over the place. Okay. I need to get my... Can't believe brought friends in to play. There we go. Took out his army. Took out his army. Okay, now we can finally counterattack. We're just going to use our desert to our advantage. And it worked. Thank goodness it worked. And Black Dust in our territory. Not much we can do other than move Cordon to hiding and procure remedies. I mean, we can segregate the dead, but shouldn't get hit too hard in theory. Oh, damn. Mamluks jumped in on this. This is a first. Oh, this is problematic. We can't press forward till they're done. First time I've seen Egypt actually do something. So I guess we gotta just sit here and wait. Yeah, we're not spending any money. Just sitting here waiting. We'll print propaganda. That's fine. Okay, so Mizav's got independence. No alliance, so really won't matter. Lose trade advantage for 20 years. That's fine. They can be unhappy. We're gonna push the other way. Stop the spread. We don't even have that many people. Accept their demands. Refuse their demands. I mean, we're on a roll with pissing off everybody, so may as well. Ah, dang it. They got troops again. Keyword, they had troops. Okay, next. Back the war effort. We'll do that. Ask for some quick law changes. We're gonna just mint everything at this point, I think, because we don't have. Well, I guess we'll stick with that. We do have metals for both. Try to figure out what we want to do, because I know there's some that we can fix. Let's get rid of this one. We'll go traditional law. There we go. Good news is we've won that. Bad news is Tunis lost some vassals, but that's okay. Let's see, reduce opinion. Let's try that. Contain banking. I'll be able to get away with that. Gonna be hella close. Yeah, 49.87. And then we lose 5. I guess it didn't matter after all. We're back to -1 stability. Here comes the plague on our end. There we go. We got that. And we finished this war. Holy crap, this was a long war. Let me make sure he's not with him. Or separate, I mean. Okay, good. Okay, that's all of Tunis and their money. And that puts an in. Oh, well, hold on. Is there any other land of Tunis? Before we do that, because they're like, oh god, if we piece them out and there's other land, that's going to be sad days. I don't think there is. Nope. Okay. We're good there then. Yep, they cease to exist. All right, we got that done. Holy crap. Send the rest of our guys home to rest. We'll have him marry a noble because I don't know what else to do, and a lowborn. As far as he goes, he don't have a spouse either. Holy crap. All right, well, there you go. Fix that problem. Now I can fix our money problems. And let's get some copper. So I don't think we have gold or silver, do we? No, we don't. Got quite a bit of food though. Which realistically would minimize a lot of our problems. If we do something like that, we'll be okay. Cut our fort defenses. probably colonizing was probably not the best thing to do, but I wanted to get this over with so they didn't have a foothold in Morocco region. So, okay, I think that's good enough. Now we can focus happily on our economy, and we'll get access to the Tunis trade, so that'll give us a little bit more money. Not a lot. Oh, actually it did give us quite a bit. Never mind then. That gave us quite a bit. Or no, the minting went up quite a bit. Oh, once we figure out what we're going on doing with trade, that won't be so bad. I'm gonna go ahead and set trade up. There we go. Looks like we got access to another trade area too. Hopefully that'll help. Yes, the other thing we need to do now is work on a couple other nations' disloyalty. Which is fine. We knew that we were going to have that kind of dilemma. Kind of a given. I can always bump this up. It won't bankrupt me. Can we just keep losing legitimacy too next? Holy shit. We got a succession crisis. Oh man. I'm gonna have to just crank this up, aren't I? I guess before they hit me pretty damn hard. Guess let's just do Tunis as a fiefdom. Shit, I messed that up. There. That'll work. Ah. Got lots of people that do not like us right now. Hunting accident. Oh Lord. Just gets, the hits keep getting better and better. Oh man, we're not having very good luck with Morocco. If I were to try it again, I'd probably not build a town right away. I'd just get some food RGOs because it was eating quite a bit of our gold at the start. Okay, so that crisis is over with. Yeah, we can't afford to really do any special pet projects. We're pretty much a broke ass nation right now. Maybe colonizing wasn't the best idea. I was trying something different, but you know, shit happens. It was all in good fun on that. It was all in good fun until somebody lost an eye. I think I lost my eye. Oh man. I am tempted to restart this, to be honest, because we're not gonna be it's gonna take forever to get this corrected. Man, we took one hell of a hit to the face. Didn't help, our rulers kept dying too, and falling over dead every 5 seconds, and stability hits. I mean, we kind of got a little shafted on that, which, yeah, shit happens. But yeah, with this crown at 16, we're not going to be able to break through. Yeah, well, I guess we'll have to do that. We'll start over. Oh crap. It would take another 100 years, and I just don't want us to sit here and have to watch nothing happen for 100 years like what I did that one stream. Granted, it is 8:30 almost, so I know this weekend I'm trying to adhere to a schedule and some stuff because I got quite a bit of things going. So I knew tonight was not going to be a long stream, but it was kind of one of those things I wanted to make sure I was around, because next week I am posting a schedule trying to get back to our standard operations and give me a chance to get these videos edited too. So I don't know. Yes, we can go for, looking at the time, stream was only going to go for a short while. You know, it won't get much done if we start it. If we start over now. Shit. Well, I guess I'll count it back. I am planning on doing a surprise stream Tuesday night, so I will be back streaming pretty regularly again. Just gotta try to get everything flowing correctly within the right amount of time and stuff. So yeah, let's do that. Let's just call it a night here, and I'll prep pretty a fun show for Tuesday night. That way you guys will have a good show when I get off work, as I am off Wednesday. So depending on what time I get home Wednesday, there'll be a follow-up stream. So we'll get kind of back in the cadence. I'm working on editing videos too, so kind of one of those things. All right. Sorry guys, we didn't go very long. I was hoping we would have lasted, but I was thinking to myself, yeah, starting over now, we're gonna be very slow. Unless you guys want me to play for about another 30 minutes and just get through the basics again. It don't matter to me. I'm trying to think of the best option for you guys, because I just I don't know. I feel like that round was a bust. I guess we'll play just a little bit to get stuff set up, I guess, for our next stream. So I always appreciate you guys anyway. So let's do this. Cabinet, I'm gonna call in members. That one's actually really good this time. I'm gonna bring our son in the cabinet this time. I'm gonna go with innovation again. And let's go ahead and go strengthen the government. Just get our legitimacy out of the way, I think. Because that's quite a bit of money that we won't have to pay if we get to 100. And then we'll just try to deal with whatever repercussions. I think it'll be better than what we're dealing with. I don't know why it's so damn expensive right now. But let's cut the expenses. Only thing I'm leaving is 1 fort. And we're cutting our Diplo expenses all the way down. Cut our fort all the way down. Leave our army as is. We'll go and set this up. I'm gonna increase minting just a little bit. Okay, next thing I want to do is get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of this ship. Does mean nothing. Let's do that. All right, that's done. Everyone's called in. Let's cut the cost of food production, growth. There you go. And let's go that route. Okay, we fixed that problem. We're gonna bleed a little bit of money. That's fine. So we have a lumber shortage. Let's get some lumber. Not gonna be able to do a lot. Part of the cost is lumber. So let's do that. Then for burgers, I do want to grab a couple. Increase our minting threshold. Increase our tax efficiency. And if we do that, they'll drop tomorrow. That's the next one I'm going to go with. Okay, we're going to leave everything else alone for now. Make niceties with him. Or I'll try again with Aragon. I think Portugal is a bust. I think Portugal's just going to hate me no matter what. Which kind of sounds about right, really, when you think about it. Just kind of waiting to see what they do. All right, we're gonna come right here. Support the fort. And we're finally getting a little bit more money. Good. That's the only one we have for wood. Yeah, we've got what we can there. Ah, there we go. Tunis is beating them down. That way we can free up this huge amount of money in our legitimacy. There we go. Yep. Yes, we're not sieging their fort. Okay. We'll do it ourselves then. Our goal is just to keep making money. And let's do that. I want to keep improving our RGOs. We are mass producing a crap ton of money. Well, since they're fighting him, I'm not gonna worry about it. They pretty much have it. Ah, there we go. Now we're starting to make some money. We'll get some towns. I'll have to cut our minting at some point. Just waiting to take their capital. Grab some extra wood because we know how pricey that's going to get. Then let's grab some more food there. A lot of them build roads. Sure. Well, I just want to detach and let's go and do that. Okay, good news is you can take all this. And everything goes to me. Boom. There we go. That should be way better now. How is our crown? Oh, you know, we did forget to do a couple things here. like a dum-dum. And let's switch that. I'm tempted to do something a little different. I think we're going to try something a little different. So I'm going to put a governorship over here somewhere. Having 2 trade centers will be way better. At least in my opinion. And if we can get our authority up, we'll be in better shape. Got to keep getting our crown power up. I definitely miss the Ottomans being able to integrate as fast as possible. We can adapt the local culture. Let's go ahead and do that. Get that out of the way. We'll do an alliance for now. For now. Expand our road network. And then we're going to go ahead and ask for law changes. And we're going to change this to the burgers. And we might be able to boost this a little bit more. Support the traditional economy. What privilege is that I'm granting them? Forced religious unity. Oh yeah, we'll do that one. Although Mara's pretty pissed at us, so try not to aggravate him any further. There's not much. Yeah, if I turn this down, lose a lot still. So just maintaining 100 legitimacy is kind of a pain in the butt. And there we go. We got it. We're going to ignore the smugglers. Okay, we got the Royal Garden. We got the Royal Court. We got those. Not enough gold to put a governorship right there. Dang it. Yeah, they don't have much for gold either. Only place I know of for gold is down here until we attack Mali. Yeah, let's push to serfdom. Yeah, that's fine. We can push that way. Should be stabilizing a little bit more soon, hopefully. How much of that money am I actually getting? See, I'm not really getting a lot. I need to get some more towns set up over here. Yeah, I don't want to push our luck. I think we had control of a couple pieces of land here. Once I know a little bit more, I'll be able to make a better assessment. Turn down our army maintenance. At least our food cost is down. This one definitely takes a bit. For relations with them, be okay for now. So I need to get the control up all the way around here. Yeah, if I release Algiers. It's not a bad choice. I'm gonna check and see how much integration. Okay, I'll run. Okay, so this. Okay, so we're nowhere near on Tlemcen, so we can release Tlemcen. So if we keep these two, we'll be fine to integrate these two, since that's part of our territory. The rest needs to be released because it does us no good. So let's go ahead and release fiefdom there. And we'll do Tlemcen. And then we'll do this as a fiefdom. Then what we'll do is go ahead and create historical Algiers as a vassal. No, we should be okay to do it this way. And then we can go ahead and finish integrating this. In a worst case scenario, what I can do we'll set up. We could set up one more. See, we're trying to take that though. Yeah, let's just do it this way. I'm going to go random vessel. We'll do that. Oh darn, too far away. I didn't really want to give that to Algiers, but I have an idea how I'm going to shuffle provinces around anyway, so we'll do that. So we can transfer some of this to here. Let me make that work. This should also reduce our base tax, because base tax is kind of brutal right now. And so the only thing we need to do is improve relations with our subjects. So we're high, it should be high enough we don't have to worry about anything. And then as far as Tunis goes, we'll go ahead and start prepping to drop them. Shouldn't be too big of an issue. Speak of the devil, we got that. We ended our alliance. So we'll be prepping to go to war now. Works for me. I can slowly dial back our other goodies. Okay, we just teched up. So let's see what we want to do. We're gonna go ahead and drop everything from institution growth. That way we can pick this up. Then we'll grab army morale, peasants, so we can do more damage. And let's see. Let's look at what we got grabbed. Army initiative is huge, so I want to grab all that. We're gonna need that to take on Castile anyway. Then we may as well go ahead and make sure we got these grabbed. And then we grab those. I think that's about all we're going to be able to do here. We can grab that, but we'll hold off on that for now. Naval tradition would be important. And that's good. I mean, we got quite a bit to grab that we want, but, you know. There's a lot to grab. He's always allies Portugal. It's very interesting how when I play this one, he's always allying them. If I'm playing the Ottomans or somewhere else, then he turns around and eats them. It's a very interesting scenario. Okay, so first place I want to build a town. Wood is still the pain in the butt. Guess we could get one more. I'll invest 2 more in wood. Kind of help with our mitigation of that wood issue. Build a grand palace. Are you kidding me? All right, I guess we're building a grand palace. We don't really need a grand palace, but I guess somebody told him one day, hey, it'd be awesome if you had a grand palace. Not that we can afford it. Oh yes, I forgot there is one thing killing us. It is this one. Requires 55. This eats away our tax, so we don't get any money. I forgot about this one. Once we need to get rid of that, because that is eating up a huge chunk of our taxes, which is part of the reason why we're not progressing fast enough. So once we get done with that, we'll focus probably if we can on the value of communalism. If we can't, we'll focus stability, because we need to get stability up to take the brunt of removing that. That's going to be a must. That's forgot that they had that on Morocco. Probably explains why we were going broke last time. Gold is definitely going to be a hot commodity for quite a while. Well, yeah, I mean, when you have 1 million troops, oh wait, I guess you don't have 1 million troops anymore. Neither do I. Tunis has quite a bit though. Let's see. Anybody else gonna be disloyal? I wonder. Probably. Let's just take care of that. Okay, both rebels are dropping. We don't have to worry about them. I think we'll hit the wool one first. It's right next door. Though this one has a lot more people that we can tax. I think we'll go ahead and build a city there first. As soon as we can. Promote the integration process. Grant privilege, only nobility leaders. No. Grant privilege, tax exemption. No. Yeah, we were doing neither on that. Okay, so we can't change values. So we'll go stability. All right, actually, we still got this one though too. Let's take advantage of getting that one integrated. I did grab the wrong town, but that's okay. All of them have to be done anyway. Well, can't marry him. So, yeah, we're kind of pretty much at the mercy. Yeah, I wanted to get the innovation up as fast as possible because literacy takes a while to do. And let's see how much it's going to cost this up just a little bit. Okay, if I bump this up, I'm going to tweak this a little bit. Okay, we're still losing some inflation. Not bad, not bad. And I'll have another town soon, so we can start getting some taxes from them. And definitely raise their control up. Okay, that's done. I want to get a temple there right away. The reason why I want to do a temple is that does help with our control, and therefore we make more money. Roads also help. I'm not sure if I have a road connected, but roads are a little costly right now. And we're mad rushing our literacy. Okay. When can we go to war, Tunis? All right, we can go to war with them now. So that's going to start getting us a little bit more costly, but we need to do it. All right, let's do it. Going to be pretty aggressive battle. Just gonna have to watch where I go. As long as my subjects aren't stupid, which they've been stupid. Let's just be real. We should be okay. Just bring them all there. And we'll cancel there because we're not going to be able to get them. All right. All right, let's bring them all together right there. Accept demands, refuse demands. Well, we're going to refuse demands. There we go. There's his big 10K. They're definitely going to be bullying our subjects, so we got to be careful. But good news is, with them that stacked together, be able to take out quite a few. Because somehow they decided to come over here with no food. Don't know what the hell they're thinking. I'm not going to argue about that. Now, why would you guys run in there and attack them like idiots? But I am going to cut off their food supply. There we go. Took that out and took out more troops. Beautiful. Holy crap. Wow, that's in the middle of this campaign. Well, we'll see what happens. So what we're gonna have to do is initiate rebel crackdown on that one. We can stop that. Just gonna retake our lands. Curious what he's gonna do. I'll catch him right there. Oh, I thought we would. Okay, while he's doing that, starving, we'll go ahead and hit over here. And let's head up here. And I want to catch him. And this one may be a little tougher. luckily we're able to deal with that. Thank you for the likes. Appreciate that, guys. All right. Let's retake everything. Hopefully our Algiers has some troops ready to go. There we go. We pushed them all the way back, so. And Black Death is here. Take in refugees. Turn away the refugees for innovation. Yeah, we're gonna turn right. And then we're gonna move court into hiding. And then we're going to segregate the infected. Not like we have much of a choice. The only downside is we do run the risk of our leader dying in the battlefield. But you know what? I thought of it. You know, our son said he wanted to be ruler, right? I got to thinking about that. He wants to be ruler so bad. Hey, son, remember when you said you wanted to take over and all that crap? Where you at? Oh, because he's a rebel, I can't make him be a general, damn it. Oh, damn it. I was gonna say, hey, you want to be a general, son? Well, sure, Granada. I mean, we've been doing all the heavy lifting for a while, but if you want to help speed up the war. There we go. I got tired of chasing them around in circles. And okay, take a trade advantage. They can have a rural exodus. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Oh, darn. Our good cabinet member died. That makes me sad. Well, I guess we'll point him. I mean, he kind of sucks, but what do you do? Let's see. Change values, and let's push towards communalism. I really want to get rid of that tax debuff that's kicking our butt. Yeah, we'll take that. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna swap out for a random nobody at this point. Just based on what I saw there. less taxes from the commoners. Well, they're not paying much anyway, so we'll do it that way. We'll let Tunis lose food. That's fine. I pretty much won this war. Increase our naval infrastructure is the one I want, but I can't get to that just yet. So let's see what we got for castle works, and then what law can we change? We can go bellicose, support communal movements. Lessen levy obligation. Well, the clerics don't really do much for levies anyway. Let's see what we got. We could go uneducated masses, increase our serfdom. Let's... Everyone gets that. I'm debating that. What else do we got to increase serfdom? Now I'm thinking about it. Well, we can get rid of this one, so traditional law is important to get rid of too. And we got New Sultan. Grab him access to research or tell him hell no. And let him research it. That looks like our daughter, who is slow, is going to be the future heir. Lovely. Let's just see what I can do on that. Oh boy. I don't ever think we're gonna win per se on some of this stuff. And for costs, oh, time to crank up our money again, rack up that inflation. Okay, there, finally got that one done, I think. Yep, there we go. All right, Tunis is done. I'm okay with having more subjects. Means I'll have to start spending Diplo. But if I can make sure they're loyal, it's not so bad. Apparently I can take quite a bit of land. Well, That'd slow down the disloyalty, I think, at least for a little bit. Someone have a variety of disloyalty. It looks like a lot of the big guys are going to be gone, so bam, there we go. I can prove opinion with him. So we're gonna have a lot of disloyal folks, just given the situation. And what, rack up a little bit more money. And I'm gonna go ahead and disband all of it this time around. We can turn down fort defense. Now part of it has to do with our base, so we're gonna have to adjust a little bit here, but we'll be okay for now. Okay, change societal values, innovation, make sure that's maxed out. Yeah, we're definitely going to have a little bit of disloyalty between some of these guys. Not much I can do about that right now. But we're back to making money. I lied. Now we're back to losing money. Stability. Yeah, we'll do that. Excellent. Just waiting a little bit for these to get a little bit better. Then we're going to go and flip to diplomatic endeavors, increase that. That way, we can work on getting everybody nice and loyal, so I don't have to worry about it. The more that everybody's loyal, the less I have to worry about. And then we can start getting these released too. Here, we'll go and release new vassal there. Let's see what we got for our cabinet. And let's see what we can do for swapping. Guess it really ain't gonna matter. Let's see if we can make it matter. We couldn't make it matter. One debt's paid. Cost of the court's just kind of kicking our butt. Trying to adjust everything out where we can. It's pretty much just one step at a time. All right, we can't sponsor anybody's work right now, but oh man, that's innovation. Yeah, guess we're gonna have to go back in debt again. Let's go ahead and create. Kind of want to create two subjects independently right here. I want to create one right here. So if I could just get rid of okay, we got rid of our corrupt brother. So we could release Tunis. I think we'll be okay. Didn't think he was gonna get the whole damn thing, but that's okay. So I'm gonna start turning down our inflation. There we go. Won't take us very long to get all these guys to where they need to be. I know this looks like such a mess, but on the plus side, this should help us. We can impose a new tariff. Try to get back to the capital economy. Right now, all I'm focused on is getting everybody, well, this guy's gone, so this should just go away. At least you'd think it would. Don't really have anything else. Food's doing pretty good. I think we're in good situation there. I don't want to sponsor more work. We're already in debt. Oh, well, we're forced to. So if we say no, that's another loan. I don't know what else I could have done on that one. Like, well, guess I'm in the loan business. I'm going to go ahead and try to flip over to work on that. We'll just keep an eye on the rebellion. Should be dropping regardless. keep moving towards jurisprudence. One of the most important ones to have. And then we'll try to slowly drop our Diplo spinning just a smidge. There we go. Okay. Start trying to get a little bit of money back the other way. First step is to make sure everything's good. Now we can focus on city building. We got kind of a hell of a mess over here, but that's why I set it up this way, to be able to move stuff around. Just knowing what we're going to end up having to do here. The good news is we're getting troops back. He's down to 21,000 troops. But of course he's allied to Aragon and Portugal. Oh man. Oh man, this one actually was a pretty nasty. It did some damage to Castile and France. Yeah, France is pretty sapped. Portugal would be the threat. I'd have to be really careful on how I attack Castile. I almost have to use Granada in the mountains here to push the enemy back. If we still have it. I don't think we do. Nope, we lost it, the claim. Tunis War took a little longer. But you get all those all at once, so it's to be expected. Might be one of those things you have to choose Tunis or Castile, and you can't choose both. It's the only thing I can think of. They may have threw that out there where you have choices which one you want to go for. Which would definitely suck regardless. And we'll move towards jurisprudence. Pay off one loan. Our goal is to get out of loans, get our cities going, and then we'll roll from there. And most of these guys are coming back up to being loyal. I think they're just tributaries. So they're going to be like the last I integrate. Yeah. But I'm okay with having them as tributaries for now. I got enough subjects right now that I don't really want to push any further. Integration. Yeah, let's grab that one. Want to finish that. I'll give him $2. Tax them nobles. Oh, hell no. These guys are crazy if they think we're going to do that. Still making me curious if it's even possible now with the changes to this, because they don't go to war with each other half the time. They just form this, like, I just want to call it the unholy alliance, where there's all three of them are tied together and they never go to war. Meanwhile, looks like France is getting their butt kicked. Then a coalition. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. France is France is getting tore up again. All right, in the middle of the 100-year war is the second phase. England's take advantage of this situation. Gee, I wonder why. I have to laugh about that. There's no out on that one. Seth says, why can you select offshore territories? What do you mean by that? Like over here? Or as far as seeing what the other opponents are doing? Or what do you mean by that? I'm curious. And how are you doing, my friend? I haven't seen you in a while. Hope all's going well. Oh, I got a rebel rouser somewhere. Oh, they got crushed. Almost out of debt. Yeah, this is all just undiscovered territory. Oh, nope. Nope, we haven't started exploration yet. And speaking of which, can't wait till we can start committing acts of piracy. I don't like that one. Just when we were getting out of that. Okay, well, it didn't take long for them to get happy again. We have so many subjects. I'll slowly integrate these two at first, I think. This one's going to be a little problem. I think how we're going to handle Cephalot is take a couple of these provinces, release a subject, transfer some land, and just slowly, piece by piece, integrate them. It's going to take forever. Oh, that's a quick rebellion. Very, very quick rebellion. And we're almost done here. Oh, good. We got our next tech, peasant armies, so it'll be better. We're out of debt. And we're reducing inflation. I'm going to go ahead and print a little bit more money. Should I say mint? I still call it printing anyway. And as far as communalism goes, we need a little bit more before we can get rid of that cursed tax reduction. That should open the door for us to make a crap ton of money. We can turn off our forts. We don't need that on. Cut that one. cut the Algiers so I can start getting a little bit more going. Okay, good. They have course in there, so we're good. So the first ones will integrate. Six years, not a big deal. All right, we start the process. They're much smaller. We can integrate. Cultural influence. Well, let's see what we can do on that. Okay, let's see if that helps. If not, we'll go with plan B. Plan B is just to make them all convert their culture. Which, we have to go with plan B, we go with plan B. Yeah, they didn't like that. So, well, we're going to stop the annexation. I guess they're not going to let us. I have to come down here. Well, knowing what I know, we're going to do some changes here. So bring those guys back. I'm gonna have these guys change culture. That way we can start enforcing that. Which shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, that one has definitely slowed it down. We could speed it up with Diplo spending. We change that. Or we just get out of the way. Since we know it's coming. Take some power away from the nobles where we can. And enforce culture. Since we're small enough, I'm not going to push it too hard. Our heir, she's awful. Ugh. Okay. Well. We'll see what happens. Fortunately, I can't make her a general. So we'll see how this all plays out. Let's get them to change culture too. Then we get these guys to get to work. All right, I'm not gonna push any more now. We got the next 3 that we're integrating. And I guess I ain't really gonna make much of an impact, so we're cut down our spending. Either way, it's not that much. Okay, next I want Algiers to transfer They're gonna be upset with us a little bit, but this is basically the safest way to do this without them getting too pissy with you. And they're gonna be upset for a little bit, but we can make that work in our favor. All right, there we go. Now we're starting to roll in some money. Our next goal is to go after Mali. So we're gonna get a claim on Ghana. Then we'll go after Mali because we want the gold in West Africa to help fund our war. And we got enough now. I'll go ahead and create colony so we can try to beat Iberia along West Africa. And this one gives research, so we'll hire him. Nope, we're not gonna do extra tax. Don't need it. So 3, yeah, colonizing is ruthlessly expensive now compared to what it was when I played Korea and Japan. As soon as I get these guys back to loyal, then we'll change a few more things up. He's disloyal. She's disloyal. And this is probably the easiest way to expand because we don't have multiple cabinets like we have with the Ottoman Empire. Fortunately, it's all time. Well, France is definitely losing. And it looks like they lost a good chunk of land in their 100-year war. Ouch. Oh, that coalition tore them apart. I didn't want to spend money on this, that's why I ignored it, because we're not really collecting slaves yet. Soon, but not yet. Okay, so we have some independence movements. Which, unfortunately, is going to happen. Glad they're expanding their mines, because we're going to need that soon. I still don't have enough power yet to push towards the naval, so tax exempt, nope, nope, nope. But I'm going to take the stability hit to change something else here. And we got admin system. We're good on food now, so let's go ahead and push. I don't like the idea of central council. We'll never move back to centralization with this many subjects, so I think we're okay there. Army tradition, belligerent. We can take more money. I don't want to take more money from the people. So to kind of explain the thought here, with aristocracy, we get more nobles for every 1,000 pops, so that means more taxes on the nobles. It means our court goes up. So right now we're getting about 5 nobles for 1,000. I want to push serfdom because this makes the nobles happy. We get larger levies from the peasants, better recovery, and the nobles take more money from the peasants, so therefore we tax them more. So I kind of want to go down serfdom on that. Aristocracy, on the other hand, it's good where it's at. It can't push any further. It's kind of balanced. Traditional economy is good because we get more population right now. Some point we'll have to push to capital because we need capital. So I'm kind of torn on that, which is why we're looking at the laws. We want to stay with the proximity here. That's huge. Although this is huge too. Refuse recognition to get legitimacy. I mean, that's freaking huge too, considering we don't have very good legitimacy. Okay, we don't want that. I'm looking to see what we're grabbing here. Maritime, trade range. This is where we can push things the other way. So I want to do mandatory impressment for now. To help push serfdom the other way, I guess. Though naval audits would be better. because we're going to want to have to get naval at some point. Let's do this one for now. How much tax do I lose? 5 for 5 years. I'm gonna do this. Because I want to fabricate a claim. So I want Ghana. Ghana is pretty rich, so let's focus on that. I'm willing to take that hit just to be able to declare war and go after them for stuff, especially since Tunis has a lot of troops, which is perfect. That way we can progress our war. And it's pretty much going to be clash of the vessels plus our troops, which we should easily crush them. So let's do this. We're going to go right on down into Ghana. And I'll see what we do first, because I may just leave it to our vassals. Because I want to keep supply of troops available since we've got the trifecta of doom up here. And then I think we're going to seek an alliance with Egypt. I think having that alliance with Egypt would save my hide in case we do have further issues. So we're going to increase diplomatic spending again. So I want to go after Egypt for sure for an alliance for now. So if I can form that alliance, which may not be a big deal if we can get better opinion and set up with them, then we might be able to have that alliance to deal with the triple alliance in Iberia. So I want to get that gold. We can attempt to prove conditions. That's fine. I may have to pull my troops because they're send their troops one at a time like idiots. Which I want to say, why am I not surprised? Why are they sending their troops one at a time is beyond me. Oh, looks like they're retreating. I just saw 11K. I'm more worried. Yeah. Yes. Let's raise them up in Faz. And there we go. Hey, another stability hit. Just what we needed. Just what the doctor ordered, right? Keep printing a little bit more money. I think my favorite part is they're attacking when they have no morale. And too bad our rulers can't actually do anything useful. I guess we'll use our own leader. I mean, she's got awful, but at least her Diplo's decent. Not much I can do for her. And hopefully they're worth a damn. Hardest challenge is going to be crossing this desert area. We'll stop here. Damn it. I'll move back here. I think this is going to be the hardest part, is trying to get down there. Hey, hunting accident. Everybody loves a hunting accident. Well, I don't have an heir now. All right, so who will be the next heir? Oh man, always a hunting accident. Okay, good. We got some food now. Oh, hey. He died. Yeah, looks, I guess he's somewhat decent. I guess I had a son that's 3 years old. Huh. Well, I wonder. We cut our funding down here. We're gonna take a loan. All right, let's look at our government. This is our heir. There we go. Then what we'll do is we'll strengthen our legitimacy to reduce the cost. And then I'm gonna flip it back, flip him around. So he's got better Diplo. And hopefully with us spending that kind of fortune, our future ruler will be a Giga Chad. I mean, we can hope. And there we go. I do need a general. So promote this guy. come up this way. Another disease outbreak. All right, let's push. There we go. That one's down. And we'll come up this way. Guess we had to take the situation by ourselves on this, but luck we should be able to crush these guys with our calves. I'm excited. Downside is we got a lot of rebel rousers now. I should be able to fix this though. It has to do with everybody's like, oh, he's in a regency. We can now be assholes. Granted, their troops are pretty much depleted, so I don't have to worry about them. We're almost done with annexation too, so that'll change some opinions too once we get that done. I think that's kind of why I've always liked in any of these games having larger families, just because it's so easy for things to go spiral out of control. He just threw his troops at me. Okay. You're not gonna see me complain. And let's see. Recruit to army. That's a shame. All right, that's done, and we're on our way to Mali. Hi guys, how you doing? I see you guys still running. Come on over here. Because how we're going to handle this is I want to take this. And that opens the path right down here. Because I want Mali Empire. Now, if I take all that, the only downside is it'll all flip to me. It's the only thing I don't like, is all these guys will become my subjects. But at the same time, it's not that many subjects. I want that gold. They'll pay for their treachery. Yes, they shall. Yeah, we're definitely going to change our inheritance at some point. Can't believe we're out of food down here. Okay, we're gonna pull back. Might rely on our vassals to handle this since they're saying we're out of food. So I'm gonna send these guys back. For reasons. I'm gonna let my subjects finish this war. So I can replenish my troops. And we could find to go down innovation. Both are good. Yeah, we'll find it. I can turn off the forts. All right, let's let them finish sieging everything down. Oh, I guess we got a new regent. I was like, what the hell happened? I panicked there for a second. I was like, what? What the hell's going on now? I'm gonna let them finish sieging that out. Close this out. Ooh. Took a nasty hit. Cash there. 2 loans. Let's do the integration process. So then we'll address some complaints. Think I'm gonna go ahead and flip this for our more efficient cabinet. There we go. And I'll grab that. And we'll lose stability. Freedom of interpretation. Let's see what that is. Yes, we'll let him have that. There we go. That worked out in our favor pretty well. Granted, we're in debt every time our leader dies, but We'll make do. Okay, it looks like we don't have that many people that hate us. We just need to finish sieging down Mali. I'll make sure I have all the ones that have the gold. But that's just wheat, cattle, sturdy grains. Gold right there. And ivory. I'm okay with that. So, yeah, we want this area for sure. If I could grab the ivory, that sells for a lot. Let's look at the market. Okay, so as long as we take the market, we have control of everything there. Okay. This may change how I take everything. Actually, it's still probably not a bad idea to take that. Let's wait till we get the fort siege. Then we'll know exactly what we're taking down here in Ghana. Then we can hopefully get these loans paid off soon. Meanwhile, while they're burning their troops, we're replenishing ours. And I'll sell them for 31. Because they can't take anything anyway. Come on, finish taking the Mali Empire. Ghana's just got that. I could ignore Diafunu. We're gonna inherit the Mali Empire. That's frightening, but I am curious to see if we can pull this shenanigans off, because there's a lot of vassals. Oh, come on, finish sieging it. What? Egypt jumped in to attack us. What do you want then? Here. Okay, let's just what do they want? They just want independence. That little territory rebelled against us. Really don't want to deal with Egypt, so yeah. That's all they wanted, is their freedom. I'd say we take that. Let me make sure. So there ain't no way in hell we're gonna be able to fight. That's all it is. Oh, Mazab. Which, you know what? We'll jump and attack Mazab. Since that's really all that's rebelling against us. Yeah, because I'm not fighting Egypt's troops. That's ridiculous. So we'll just do this. Since we know that's a disaster. So So pretty much they're still under our rule. I wonder why they're still highlighted. Oh, because I got the I think I got that buff or something, revanchism or something. It's fine with me. Because I will go to war with him as soon as possible. Same with this guy. Because they're not going to ally. So, how we fix that? This next time we get the opportunity, we'll just go to war with them. Oh, the call for peace is the other one. Oh yeah, because we just finished Mali. I was sidetracked by some a-hole backstabbing me. Okay, there we go. Mali, yeah, I'll do that. 150, damn. Well, first of all, how much can I get him? Okay. So if I were to just do this, cut across right to Mali. 123. Shit, he's got an expensive territory. Okay. So this is going to take a little longer than planned. So if we were going to do this, probably better off taking Timbuktu. And that wipes out one alliance. And then let's figure out where the gold is. The gold's right here. So we want that and that. Okay, that first one is worth a lot because that's their capital. So $101. Which is what I want to grab. Let's try this again. So grab that. Whoop, didn't mean to do that. There we go. It gets me all the way right there. I can't take his capital. But I can surround Mali. if I wanted to do it that way, cut off his control. Then again, I don't really want to inspire his subjects to rebel on him because I want to inherit them. So my greed's kind of getting to me, guys. Let's take that much money. At least pay off one of my debts. And that gets us down into Mali. And then we'll be ready to go round 2 against Mali to finish him off. Most of these guys are going to be loyal. Anyway, it just preps us to get our shit together so we can go after Mali for round 2. We did get some gold. So, I mean, that's a bonus. And we got precious metal, so now we can really take off here. Just what we want. Probably gonna go unlimited export. Increase our output. It's gonna hurt our minning, but we don't want to rely heavily on minning forever anyway. So if I can get the minning problem taken care of, that's better for us in the long run. All right, so one step at a time. One step at a time. And they're still disloyal. Chittery is not, so thought we improved relations with them. Guess we didn't. If I annex them, I'll 5 years. So we still got a little bit longer. Let's go and do that. They're still not our culture. That does slow us down quite a bit. Where are we at? Can we get rid of this shit? No. Dang it. That is what's killing us. Tempted to go ahead and up printing money so we can try to turn around and get this other problem resolved. I don't want a union. Okay. Why do I want a union with my vassal? Okay. That kind of makes things weird. I guess stranger things, right, guys? good news is most of these guys should be damn near devoted, so we can focus on other aspects. And then down here, we will create Ghana. Or no, we can create Timbuktu. He has a crap ton of claims that I wouldn't have to fabricate on anybody. Well, gee. That's just a tough decision. Not really. I'm like, well, damn, that is a tough decision. And then down here, we don't have access to really anything. So my best option is, unfortunately and regrettably, making a vassal. Mostly because we are in a regency right now. Let's figure out who to throw down here. And then custom, one more right there. And there, we'll throw that guy down there. There we go. Let's see. Following members are leaving the union. Well, forced to leave. Calling the parliament of the union might offer a path. Yeah, well, we don't have that for a while. I'm pretty sure he did not rebel against me to start with. I'm not sure what the hell happened there. He better go back to being a vassal, dang it. Always some crazy stuff. Is that guy even still alive? I guess he is. Just keep pushing our stability to the limit here. Doing what we can. I think we can switch this to stability. Try to push this a little bit more. We left the union. Not really sure how that happened, but not a big fan of the union stuff. I guess we're gonna have to attack him. As soon as we can, we'll attack him and get our land back, then I guess. Yeah, I'm confused on why we have all these. But I don't know. That whole union thing, it's gonna be problematic. Oh, I guess he's back in line with the union. One of those head scratchers, I guess. I don't know. Well, that'll help. We're getting closer. I can dump this. Yeah, we're gonna make the church mad for a while, but quite frankly, I don't care. I'm gonna push it as hard as I can because we're having to max like crazy on this to do this. We haven't had a good chance to get good stability at all, so all right, let's risk it. Church is gonna be mad for a bit, but once this equalizes, we should be better. Crown power is still crap because we don't have, well, pretty much anybody. So some camp followers and throw somebody from the throne on there. Good news is we can throttle this back quite a bit. We can drop this down finally. There we go. And call Parliament. Sport land focus. Well, not really how we wanted to play it out. Let's see where we go. Because what I'm thinking, we're almost up with our truce. So I'd like to go give these guys a payback. So I think that's what we'll do. Good news, now that things are stabilizing, we can definitely make do with some of this. So first thing we're going to do is I'm going to fabricate a claim. Can't do it. Damn. Invalid target. That makes me sad. Well, I could go after him. Just so I have another area. I mean, at least that's my thought. So I really don't ask for taxes. Let me see if there's another one we could tax. Part of the Holy Roman Empire, so that's a no-no. Sicily. Oh, look at Epirus. Look at the Ottomans. It's an interesting change. You know, that would not be bad. Could come over here. We could attack. Don't have any ships, but we could foreseeably attack over here. So, I mean, we have that option. Thinking this region's going to be more beneficial than coming down all the way down here. So no reason why we're here is just for the gold. So yeah, we got some options here. Attacking Sicily at least and vassalizing them would open us up to basically prepping for Naples. And hey, Alaris, good seeing ya. And thank you, I appreciate that. We're just wrapping up. This has kind of been an interesting situation. I'm trying to figure out who the hell I want to go after. He's annexing Minty's goodness. If I go after him, I'd get that, but then I'd be next to the Ottomans, which... Damn it, this is kind of a tricky one of how I want to do this. I've got Sicily, or I've got these guys. I'm leaning more towards these guys because I won't need Egypt. I would need Egypt for Naples. And even then, not so much. Such a tough decision here. I think let's go ahead and go over here. That way we can start working on this because we need the Turks Turkish anyway, so that's Kermanid. So if I do that, he's busy. Hamid is currently a truce. Granted, the Ottomans look like they're expanding southward, so what would I get? Can I get anything valuable? Saffron. Yeah, if I could hit here. Got 11,000 levies, so I could reasonably do this. Could reasonably do this one too. Sicily would be less catastrophic, though. It's the only thing I'm thinking of. Hell, Byzantine's right down here. They exist. I might try to go for them to vassalize them at some point. So I think the answer is going to be oh, that's good. That's well, I mean, I'm glad that you're okay. I mean, lurking and stuff, because yeah, I hadn't heard from you in a while, my friend. Let's see. Damn it. I'm in a tough decision here. I don't know what to do. I'm thinking I have so many options. I kind of really want to go after these guys. But then again, this is an opportunity too, because Sicily has... Let's look at the trade center. They're part of Tunis. Well, you know what? The hell. We're gonna go crazy. Let's go crazy. Sicily or this, Sicily or this. Both of these are going crazy. Sicily would definitely give me a lot more. This one I could release. Are they a subject of the Ottomans? No, they're not. I go after Hamid. Granted. Well, this is a tough decision. So, but I get closer to Egypt to where he might ally, because what is his reason? Mostly border distance. So let's solve this problem. Border distance. All right, let's fix this problem. All right, right here. And we're gonna go with the expensive province. Done. And then we're gonna go with the Sportland focus. So we don't even have a navy right now. We still got a lot of work to do on the navy. There we go. Bam, we're done. We got it. So now we can focus on prepping to go to war with them. Let's get our trade advantage. No pain, no gain. Yes. Maybe we can help. We're gonna push back the plutocracy too at some point, because those nobles have too much power for just a handful of them. It's because their aristocracy is so damn high. I gotta lower that. So need to support more burgers related things, and there's a few things we can do here to fix this. Okay, so we're gonna do investment. Okay, that hasn't hurt us too much. We're gonna do assimilation. Resistance is futile. And then down here, we're gonna go. We don't have dimmies, but so we get more, but I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna do. So I want to push jurisprudence. Let's wait. See where we're at. So we're pushing a little too hard. And we're about to go in debt again, but we'll fix that by doing that. And I am still confused how the hell we got this union. But till I actually am out of this union, it's kind of what's locking me down. Worst part is I have to go conquer them all to re-vassalize them. That's gonna suck. Oh, it looks like they are still a vassal. This one is not a vassal. Okay, so good news is I still have vassal control over these guys. This one I do not. And they were a vassal, but we'll have to figure out how to get them back in our good graces. And cut our funding again. Okay, we're done. Finally, we're finally done. All right, let's integrate. Be done in 4 years. Won't be too bad because size, dominant culture. We can do this one. Well, I guess we can't do this one yet. So. We'll increase our Diplo spending. Guess reform is the answer. Spend more money too while we're at it. And now our next order of business should be able to take these guys out. We've also got Tunis. So this is going to be a very interesting war. We got rebels that are going to pop up soon, but we'll deal with that. So they shouldn't pop while we're busy. In fact, what we'll do, we'll begin assimilation down here. Our worst relative will be general. Castile is growing their army quickly. Looks like Aragon and him are no longer friends. Might be able to take advantage of that at some point when we're not in a million different wars. How many ships can we build? Only 4 levies. All right, so we're set up for next time. So probably Tuesday night, I will be continuing the Morocco campaign. It's going to be interesting because we still got a lot of things to fix, and I'm still baffled at this one, but maybe we can take care of it somehow. Somehow, hopefully. It's kind of definitely a weird one. I am not in it anymore. So probably I'm going to have to attack this guy at some point, maybe. Hopefully if the Union doesn't do anything. But anyway, I will catch you guys Tuesday. Have a great night and hope your Monday goes well. Peace.